So, we have been getting more and more information about version 6.5 over the past few days, and it is starting to form an actual picture now instead of just random fragments. So in this video, we are putting everything in one place, from the banners to the new areas, to the stuff that could quietly affect how many Primogems you can farm, and how the patch will feel day to day. Let us start with the banners, because I know most of you are here for that. The current leaked banner pool for 6.5 is Linnea as the new debut, and reruns for Nefer, Llama, and Chaska. The phase order is still not confirmed, so treat this as a personal guess, not a fact. But if I had to bet on a structure that makes sense, I would expect Linnea and Chaska in Phase 1, and then Nefer and Llama in Phase 2. The reason is simple. Phase 2 is the obvious duo half. Nefer and Llama are basically designed to be played together, and putting them on the same half makes it easier for players to commit to that team without waiting an extra 3 weeks. Then Phase 1 becomes the new unit plus wildcard half, where Linnea is the shiny debut, and Chaska is the rerun for the players who want an easy, comfy Anemo carry and do not want to build a whole new reaction family. And quick reminder, if you want a deeper pull decision breakdown, I already made a full Who Should You Pull video for these 4 banners, where I compare value and team needs. After this one, go watch that if you are still undecided, because 6.5 is one of those patches where pulling the wrong half can completely change your saving plan. Now let us talk Primogems. Early estimates put the total for 6.5 at about 11,080 Primogems, which is around 69 pulls. That is not final, and I will do a full Primogem video soon where I count every source properly. But for now, think of this as the early ballpark number, so you have something to plan around. Okay, now the biggest talking point of this patch is easily the new areas. And the important part is that 6.5 is not just one map. It looks like we are getting 2 very different kinds of map content at the same time, and that is why the leaks sound confusing when you only read one sentence out of context. First, there is a real overworld expansion that connects directly to Mondstadt. And the idea is that Mondstadt finally gets a northern region that fills in that big gap beyond the current border. This is not a separate loading screen island, and it is not a temporary event zone. It sounds like a proper permanent expansion where you can just walk there naturally from the existing map. That alone is huge, because the best kind of content is always the content that stays and keeps giving you chests, puzzles, quests, and farming routes over time. Inside that bigger expansion, Dornman Port is one section. And this is where the leak opinions start to split, because people keep talking about Dornman Port as if it is the entire expansion, when it is more like one piece of the coastline. Some leaks describe it as a port area comparable in scale to Ilong Port, and some say the expansion feels like 2 dragon pines, but with a lot of water. That sounds negative at first, but it also might just mean the region is built around coastline, sea routes, and big open views instead of dense land puzzles every 5 meters. If half of the space is water, the land exploration might feel smaller than the raw size headline, even if the whole region on the map looks large. And the key detail that makes this make more sense is this. The more negative it is not that impressive talk is mostly aimed at Dornman Port and that coastal expansion side, not the other map. Because the second big area in 6.5 is the space of Asmoday, and this one is described very differently. This is not Mondstadt but north. This is an independent, story-accessed realm. Think of areas that feel separated from the normal world and have their own visual language. The leaks describe floating structures, layered platforms, and a more celestial vibe. And this is the part where people are suddenly way more positive. You will see comments like, "This is the independent map, and it looks incredible," while Dornman Port gets described as the polar opposite. That is why the opinions seem to clash. They are not always judging the same thing. So the clean way to imagine 6.5 is one connected Mondstadt expansion where Dornman Port is a piece of it, and one separate realm that is its own thing with a totally different atmosphere. And from a Primogem planning angle, this matters a lot. Even a medium-sized permanent overworld expansion usually adds a lot of rewards through exploration and quests, and a separate realm area often comes with its own loop too, like exploration, puzzles, maybe bosses, and long-term farming value. Now let us connect this to Linnea, because she is basically the character that benefits the most from the map timing. Linnea is expected to debut in 6.5, and she is heavily tied to Lunar Crystallize support, which means players who are pulling her will likely also be the players farming a lot in that patch to build teams and get extra Primogems. So if you have Zibai, Linnea looks like one of the most important future pulls, right next to Columbina. And that is why I keep bringing Zibai up whenever Linnea shows up, because this is not a random Geobow. This is likely the last big piece that turns Lunar Crystallize from just a strong team into real top-tier team. Now let us touch on quality of life and general patch feel, because this is the kind of stuff that does not look insane in a leak screenshot, but it changes how the patch plays. The current info points toward more systems that reward regular gameplay participation, basically expanding weekly value and progression. Over the years, Genshin has been slowly adding more steady income systems, so you are not only dependent on one big event every few weeks. If 6.5 continues that, it helps both new and veteran players, because it smooths out the dry weeks where nothing big is happening. Traversal is also getting more attention. The new Mondstadt region is rumored to have more wind-based movement systems that make climbing and vertical navigation easier. And honestly, every time they add movement tools to a region, it massively changes exploration efficiency. It is not just convenience, it also changes how fast you can clear content and how enjoyable it feels to farm. Story-wise, 6.5 sounds like it focuses more on character connections instead of introducing a whole new nation. Mondstadt characters and organizations being more active again is a big deal for longtime players, and a northern expansion is exactly the kind of excuse they need to bring those pieces back into focus. So yeah, if we put all of this together, 6.5 looks like a patch with 3 major pillars. Strong banner value, especially for Lunar teams. A big map moment with both a connected Mondstadt expansion and a separate realm area. And then quality of life and traversal upgrades that make the whole patch feel smoother instead of just throwing more fights at you. As always, leaks are just leaks. Things can change. Banner order can swap, kits can get adjusted, and map scope can be different when we actually see it. But the overall direction is getting clearer, and that is why planning now actually makes sense. And if you do not want to miss Primogem codes and detailed breakdowns when 6.5 gets closer, subbing helps a lot, especially because we are so close to 19,000 subscribers. That would be massive, and it also motivates me to keep pumping out these full overview videos. Tell me in the comments what you are planning. Are you pulling Linnea for Zibai and Lunar Crystallize? Are you going all in on Nefer plus Llama? Or are you taking Chaska and keeping it simple? Thanks for watching, good luck with your saving, and I will see you in the next one.